Sundaramurthy Nayanar is one of the most famous of all the Nayanar saints. In his previous birth, he was an attendant to Lord Shiva named Alala Sundaran. His duty was to gather flowers from the gardens of Mount Kailash, which was the heavenly abode of Lord Shiva. Life in Kailasa and the curse. Alala Sundaran plucks flowers in Shiva's garden, distracted by two celestial women. In the heavenly abode of Kailasa, Alala Sundaran served Lord Shiva with devotion, but one moment of distraction sealed his fate. Birth on earth. Sundarar is born to devout parents in Thirunavalur, a peaceful South Indian village. Born to noble Nayanar saints, the divine soul entered the mortal world as Nambi Yarurar. Royal adoption. King sees young Nambi playing, stops his chariot and approaches boy's parents. Drawn by the glow of the child, King adopts Nambi, raising him in comfort and knowledge at the kingdom. Interrupted wedding. In the mid of the grand wedding ceremony, a mad-looking ascetic interrupts, claiming ownership of Nambi. When he was just about to be married, destiny intervened. A mysterious stranger stopped the wedding with a strange claim. Revelation at Thiruvennainallur. Deed is confirmed in court. Crowd follows old man to temple. Temple sanctum glowing. The old man vanishes inside the temple. The truth unfolded in a temple court. The madman was none other than Lord Shiva in disguise. Embracing devotion. Nambi becomes Sundarar, dedicates life to Saivism by praying, singing and serving devotees. Transformed and awakened, he took the name Sundarar, dedicating every breath to Lord Shiva. Divine encounters on pilgrimage. Lord Shiva appears as an old man during Sundarar's pilgrimage. At night during sleep in a shelter, old man puts his leg on Sundarar's head. Even on the road, Shiva tested his humility, appearing as an old man in the dark of the night. Marriage to Paravayar. Sundarar meets and marries Paravayar with Shiva's blessing. With Shiva's grace, he found a divine companion, Paravayar, to walk the path of devotion together. Thirudhondattogai and service. Sundarar composes hymns praising Shiva's devotees in the mid of many fellow devotees. His verses sang the greatness of Shiva's devotees, forming the legendary Thirudhondattogai. Miracle of the gold tiles. Tiles turn to gold at temple when Sundarar awakens, tile shimmering as gold. For the one who asked nothing but to serve, the earth itself turned to gold. Marriage to Changiliyar and the consequence. Sundarar marries Changiliyar and loses eyesight for breaking promise. Blind Sundarar walks with Shiva's blessings. For a broken promise, even the devout suffer, yet mercy flows from Shiva's heart. Marital reconciliation. Paravayar refuses to forgive. Shiva intercedes. Disguised as an old man, visits her, reveals himself. Their bond was more than devotion, it was friendship. For Sundarar, even Shiva intervened as a messenger of peace. Iyarkona Kalikama Nayanar incident. Iyarkona kills himself rather than be cured by Sundarar. Distressed that he had been the cause of the death of a great devotee, Sundarar proceeded to kill himself. Just then, Iyarkona rose as if from a slumber and stopped Sundarar from being killed. He realized then the depth of Nambi's devotion and begged his forgiveness for his hasty conclusion. They both became great friends. Mistaken anger turned into divine realization. Even death bowed to Sundarar's devotion. Friendship with Cheraman Perumal. A saint and a king, bound by bhakti, journeying together to sacred shrines. Crocodile miracle. With the prayer of Sundarar, Lord Shiva blesses the return of child after being eaten years ago by a crocodile. Child rejoins parents, family reunites, and they dedicated their life by serving and praising Lord Shiva. When hearts are pure, even time and nature bow to divine will. Ascent to Kailasa, Saint Sundarar finally reached Kodungallur and met his kingly friend Cheraman Perumal. The king gave him a majestic elephant to travel around the city. He spent his days in the temple of Thiruvanichikulam. He fervently prayed to Lord Shiva to deliver him from his mortal life. While thus engrossed in his prayers, he mounted the elephant to return to the palace. Lord Shiva's designated time for Sundarar to leave the mortal world had come. By divine power, the elephant rose up and flew upwards. Through intuition, Sundarar's friend, Cheraman Perumal, rode a horse to the temple to meet his friend. Just when he reached the temple entrance, he witnessed the divine sight of Sundarar flying in the sky on the elephant. Thinking only of being with his friend, he pushed his horse, and by the power of his devotion, his horse also flew and he followed his friend. They both reached Kailasam, the heavenly abode of Lord Shiva. Thus Sundarar attained the holy feet of his beloved Lord Shiva and resumed his life as Alala Sundaran. The Kodungallur temple, also known as Thiruvanichikulam Shiva temple, is closely associated with the story of Sundarar and Cheraman Perumal, two of the 63 Nayanars, devotees of Shiva. Legend says they both attained salvation by ascending to Kailasam from this temple. The temple, built in the Kerala architectural style, is believed to have been the capital of Cheraman Perumal, who was a close friend of Sundarar.